Bass Reeves was born into slavery in 1838 in Crawford County, Arkansas. Like many African Americans of his time, he began life as property, working on plantations under the ownership of George Reeves, a wealthy landowner and politician. During the American Civil War, sometime in the early 1860s, Bass escaped, possibly after an altercation with George Reeves, and fled into Indian Territory, now known as Oklahoma. There, Reeves found refuge among Native American tribes, including the Creek and Seminole. He lived with them for several years, learning their customs and becoming fluent in several indigenous languages. This period of cultural immersion provided him with skills that would later prove invaluable. He became intimately familiar with the terrain, wildlife, and survival tactics that made navigating the vast, lawless land of Indian Territory possible. If you enjoy these type of stories, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us so much to keep bringing this type of content. Now, let's head back. After the Civil War and the abolition of slavery, Reeves settled in Arkansas as a free man. He married, had children, and worked as a farmer and horse trainer. However, his life would take a dramatic turn in 1875 when Judge Isaac C. Parker, appointed to bring law and order to the western frontier, established a federal court in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Parker needed capable lawmen to serve as deputy U.S. Marshals in the sprawling and dangerous Indian Territory, and he appointed Reeves to the role. At the time of his appointment, Reeves was 37 years old and became one of the first Black deputy U.S. Marshals west of the Mississippi River. His jurisdiction covered over 75,000 square miles of rugged territory, an area notorious for outlaws, fugitives, and criminal gangs. Many white lawmen avoided it due to the dangers and unfamiliar landscape, but Reeves's experience and skills made him exceptionally suited for the task. Over the course of his career, Bass Reeves reportedly made more than 3,000 felony arrests and was involved in numerous shootouts. He was known for his ability to track fugitives across long distances, often traveling hundreds of miles on horseback. Despite being illiterate for most of his life, Reeves memorized arrest warrants and court documents, demonstrating a sharp memory and disciplined work ethic. Reeves was also known for his strategic use of disguises. To capture elusive criminals, he would often pose as a cowboy, a preacher, or even a fugitive himself. One well-documented story tells of how he disguised himself as a wanted man, gained the trust of two brothers on the run, and successfully arrested them without violence. His creative methods and deep understanding of human behavior made him a highly effective officer. Perhaps one of the most remarkable episodes of his career was the arrest of his own son, Benny Reeves. Benny had been charged with the murder of his wife. Though many assumed Bass would recuse himself, he insisted on bringing his son to justice, stating that the law must be upheld regardless of personal ties. Benny was convicted and served time in prison. This decision further cemented Reeves's reputation as a man committed to impartial justice. Reeves's physical presence was also notable. He stood over 6 feet tall, was an excellent marksman, and was widely respected, even feared, by both colleagues and criminals. Yet he was also known for his restraint. In his 30-plus years of service, it is believed he killed only 14 men, always in self-defense or as a last resort. His most famous pursuit was that of outlaw Bob Dozier, a notorious criminal wanted for robbery, murder, and arson. Reeves tracked him across rough terrain for weeks. The confrontation ended with Dozier being killed in a shootout, highlighting Reeves's tactical patience and bravery. In 1907, when Oklahoma became a state, the federal court in Fort Smith lost its jurisdiction, and the role of Deputy U.S. Marshal changed. Reeves retired shortly after and joined the police force in Muskogee, Oklahoma, where he served for a short period before his health declined. He died in 1910 from Bright's disease, a historical term for kidney failure, at the age of 72. Though largely forgotten in mainstream history for much of the 20th century, interest in Bass Reeves's life and legacy has grown significantly in recent decades. Historians and researchers have revisited his contributions, noting that he defied many of the racial norms of his era by rising to a position of authority and respect in a hostile and deeply segregated society. Today, Bass Reeves is widely recognized as one of the greatest lawmen of the American frontier. Statues have been erected in his honor, books and documentaries have been produced about his life, and new generations are discovering the story of a man who, against all odds, upheld the law with integrity and intelligence.